everybody, welcome back to RC Everyday. Another Tamiya time video. I found this little gem on eBay and I can't find much information about it. So this is obviously it's a Tamiya TA02 chassis with some sort of M chassis conversion. Only lead I have, somebody said it may be GPM. I've seen two different pictures online of this exact setup, but they had aluminum plates, and this has some kind of composite FRP type thing. And that's really the extent I know about it. I went through at the beginning, you saw I put a servo on it, and I put a motor in it just to kind of get it mocked up a little bit, get some weight on it, see how it actually feels. It's a really neat looking chassis. I had to have it when I saw it. So let's take a little closer look at it. So I found some stuff in forums from 5 or more years ago. People were talking about how the M chassis, I think it was MO3 arms and stuff, will work on the TA02 chassis. And then somebody made the plate. It was aluminum at the time, the upper and lower plates, and kind of pieced this together. And I don't know if it got mass produced. All of the suspension, the hubs, knuckles, everything is aluminum on it. Some of it actually appears to have been polished. So I don't know if they look better quality than GPM, but I don't know what older GPM stuff looks like. I have a TA02 with a GPM chassis, and it's this thick, and it's it's a different material. And this is such a thin FRP type deal. There's only a couple pieces that scream GPM on it, and that's these battery hold downs. And underneath here, there's some pink-red rounded aluminum uprights that go underneath the front of the box here and hold the plate. Real hard to see up in there, but that's about the only things that look GPM to me. But it's a complete car. It feels like the gears are sticking a little bit. I don't know if there's some issues in there. We'll need to be gone through before I give it a test run. But yeah, just a really neat, kind of an oddball, rare thing. Look at this front suspension or front steering. In typical TA02 form, the steering has a huge amount of slop in it. Most of that is from our little solid rod link. But they have these little carbon fiber adapters that bolt onto the steering knuckle and move the arms out right at the tire. It's kind of a neat little setup. It's part of what makes me think this may be like a homebrew kit. It's because the two screws on here, it's hard to see, that they actually overlap. The heads of them overlap. So I don't know if, you think if it was a product that you bought from somewhere, that it would have the right size hardware, the smaller head screws or something to make it work. But I don't know. There's a couple little things that have been modified. There's an aluminum plate underneath here, and it has been sanded down pretty extremely to clear the steering, so to allow full lock of the steering. And that piece was blue, which makes no sense if it was a store-bought kit. You can kind of see that down in there. It's been filed down quite a bit to clear the steering links. It's just a weird little setup. So if anybody has any information about this, comment below. Really curious where this came from and who come up with it. I mean, it's got an aluminum drive shaft. Obviously, it's shorter than the factory one. Just a neat little car. It's got shorter dog bones, which are probably MO3 as well. I've never seen upper links like that before. They're kind of a dog bone shape. Let me show you that. Here's a good look at the rears. Kind of a unique shape. I mean, it's not just like somebody CNC'd it at home or made it from scratch. It's got beveled edges, and it's nice looking stuff. So I'm just really at a loss. I mean, the internet's great and all, but it only goes so far. Something like this is such a niche market that there's just not much documentation about it, I guess. But I'm sure somewhere there's a Tamiya expert that's far more knowledgeable than I am. So maybe we can shed some light on it. You saw there at the beginning when I put the motor in, it did come with an aluminum motor mount. Just every little thing on it's been upgraded just about. I'm curious. I don't know how to tell. I have to find the part number, see if it's on the spur gear, see if it has the speed-tuned gear set. Wouldn't surprise me if it did, because it's got so many other options. But yeah, so many unknowns. So it is set up at 210 millimeter wheelbase, so it'll fit the Mini Cooper body. It is the shortest M chassis wheelbase, I guess. And unfortunately, I don't have any of those bodies floating around anymore. I have a box for a kit MO5 with the Mini Cooper, but right now they're kind of scarce and expensive on eBay. I think the cheapest Mini Cooper body set I found was 120 or something, and yeah. But it did come with body mounts and all that as well. I mean, have the actual antenna mount. Goes up there for the whip antenna. But yeah, I don't know. I'm going to get it fixed up and give it a test run. And other than that, it's probably just going to be a display piece. I like the way it looks. It's just neat because growing up with these TA02s, I always had the bathtub chassis. Never had the FRP stuff until the adult years. And this one being so small with all the little shiny bits, I think it'd make a good bare display piece. But I don't know. I'm going to wrap it up, guys. Thanks for watching and checking it out. And if you know anything about these, where they're from or who made them or anything like that, comment below. And keep a scale. See you all in the next video.